Kelly the Roman Warrior, Part 2. The Plauges of Gaul. Chapter 11. Back to the village. As the good team arrived back at Gaulish village, the skier was balk, and it was thundery and ligentining, and there was some heavy rain coming from sky as well, and Asterix said, "Oh now, what had happened to the village?" So they run quick into a train skate of it, and instead there was a big bat tail happening in there. Oh no! Many Plauges orcs, maybe 600 of them, were attacking Gaul's village. They had poison swords that drops with pieces of Plauges blood, and crossbow that cold fire slimily bolt. And there was even a Plauge troll, what it looked like a green cabe troll, but with massive boils on its back, and it was carry a club made from some old wood, and it had much spike nail in top of it. Obelix shouted out, "Chief, where are you?" And suddenly from the other side of village they heard a voice, "Here I am, good team. While you had gone, the orcs attack our village. Without our strong fest warriors, many have died. Come and help us." And so the team did on rush in for saving the village. Asterix drinks some of his potion and gets the super strong and did a massive punch on some orc, and they died in an explosion of bulk blood and plague juice. Kells got her Avenger wings from Athena and shouted, "Get away, foul orcs, this is not your land." And she swung her sword and cut off the head of over 15 orcs in one streak. Boudiccia shooted some orc with her bows and arrows, and Sirius Bulk did some spell, but then in the distance there came a thing, and it was a gigantus catapult filled off a massive pot of evil plague liquid, and then it fired onto the village, and the plague destroy everything. "Quick, we must get away from here," yells Dracula. And so the good team and servo-veers from village started to run away. "I know a safety pulse where we can go," mentioned Salaodnros. "Ark," relied Kells, and so they did on follow Saladoris to the place. Chapter 12. The Enemy Revealed. After a few hours of running, the team had made it to secret place. Slaondoris had talked about it was a small, abandoned red hut in middle of a forest, and so they all went on inside. Instead of hut, there was a spooky light flickering onto the walls from a lantern, and some bat was lifting on the ceiling, but Dracula sacred them away. And so Kells and two tech shaman and the rest of good team went in. Only Chafe, Vitalastiax, and Druid Get a Fox, and also the bad Kakonix had managed to escape from battle at village, and so they went her into hut as well. "Orc here were are," mentioned Saladorinus, and Kel said, "Yes, but the whole village has been destroyed. Now how will we make a plan for fight back versus plague?" "We found some clues," relied Asterix, and he got out his key made from the bulk iron with T evil symbol of red eye onto it. "I know that eye," yellows Kelly. "Yes, it is the eye of Sauron," spat Dracula darkly. "I thought we had dealt with Sauron for the last time when we rescued the Caesar from him. He was very power. Maybe he did not really die." "Yes, maybe the orcs we found had the same scumball on them as well," whipsard Cirrus Bulk, and then Obelix. "We also found this skull cauldron in the dark cave. It has much skulls on it and smells of the bad stuff. Maybe Gefafix can look at it." "Uck," muttered Galatix, but he looked scared, and then suddenly a massive thunderclap came from above, and when they looked back at Getafix, he had turned red and had a huge red eye symbol on his forehead, and when he begins to speak, It is the Sauron voice instead. Ha ha! I have been processing the druid to make my Ifil Plauge all along. He was too pathetic to resit my power. He did not know nothing, but now I have no more use of him. I have created the Ulmiate Palgu army with his help. And then it went back to Gatifik's voice, and he shouted, "No, I am sorry, Chief!" But then he exploded into a cloud of red and bulk blood, and they called here Swaron's laugh, fading into distance. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! "No! Get a fix!" yellowed Chief, but it was too late, and now he was dead. Chapter 13, Plague Plan. So Getifix had just died by the Ifil of Sauron, and the rest were waiting in huts to make a plan for stopping evil Palgu. Swalton must have built a big palsy for keeping all of bad plague juices or something. Maybe, if we can find it, we can stop the form spreading any faster, said Tutankhamun. That is good idea, Meneton Kells. But who will safety the world from Amy of new plague orcs, while the rest go for finding Plague place? I will do it, relied Elnrod. I will go as well, yellowed Sirius Black. Me too, whoopsiered Salandoris. I have brought you to safety the Gaul. My task is done. And us, shouted Osterox and Obelix. And so it was decided. Elrond and Sirius and Salandoris and Asterix and Obelix would all go to battle Orc army to stop them from catching up. Kells and Dracula and Tutanskaham and Boudica would all go to searching for the Pulsar, but Chief and Cacophonix would stay to Tria and get back to village after Orcs had gone. So the plan was made and the team set off. Be careful, said Kelly. We will try. And with Sir Saladonros, and so they, two teams went. First it was Elrond and Sirius and Saladorius and Asterix and Orbelix, and so they go to look for evil orc base. They went back to Palse, where they had seen orcs there before as well, and after a few hours of search, Sorios finds some evil plague footprint. Look over here, he shouted. It is some evil foots. Yes it is, but where do they to go? And then they went off into the sparky Plaged forest. Oh no! Obelix was scared, but Asterix said, it will be Arc Obelix, and so they did on go in. Chapter 14, Following Rats. Meanwhile, rest of team was going to find the evil place, where the plague it was being stored by the evil Sauron. I wonder where he would store a lot of nasty plague, wonders Dracula. Maybe he would put it in Mordor. Maybe, answers Kells. Wait, but Mordor was destroyed in part 1 when the Sauron was killed, oh yeah. Re-embers Dracula, so they decided to go and look around it to Gaul for a place. They searched for a few days and didn't find anything, not even one single clue, and so Kelly was getting sad. We must find out where Sauron is keeping them before any more innocent people dies, she yellowed, and just then, suddenly, out off the corner of his eye, Elkis saw a thing in the distance. Looky over there, ye, he shouted, and so Kells did on go to look at it. It was a swarm of rat, bigger than any ortho rat they had even seen, as big as a pig, of maybe even as big as a cow. They were massive, and some was black and others was green from splaches of nasty plague juice, and they all had gigant razor shrap claws maked off, dangerous bone and fang, the size of a arm, an evil scaly tail covered in thorns. Oh no, Sauron must have mutated some rat from Gaul to become the mutant killer rats, replied Asterix. And then Boudica said, maybe if we follow the rat swarm, they will lead us to where we are going. Good idea, Menitin Kelly. And so they did on go to follow the rats stealthily. When they got closer, they noticed that rats was gnawing on human bone, and they had blood drip from the whiskers and tooths. But eventual the rats leaded them to a fortress. It was made of 1,000,000 bones, and out of the eyes of skulls dripped the Plauges, and there was clouds of green smoke all on top of it, and it was a nasty place. Gasp! Whispered Tutankhamun. A evil bone fortress? This must be where he is keeping the plague. But how to get in? Maybe this key will open it. And so Asterox tries the key, and it opened the door to fortress. But just as team was going in through he door, they heard a chiter, chateter, chither nose behind them. Oh no, the rats was attacking!
Oh wow, things are getting really intense. I am on the edge of my seat. I hope the good guys win. Thanks to all of these incredible people who support this channel, particularly Break System BSE, Michael Fattori, Andre D, Zachary Snowden-Smith, and Zanazira. If you want to see your own name up here, it's as little as $1 a month. Also, check me out on the other socials if you feel like it. Thank you for watching anyway, and thank you so much, as always, for being you.